never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good afternoon, baseball fans. I'm Ken, and you are here with Yankees, The Ugly Truth. And we are going to be calling the rubber match of the Texas Rangers facing the New York Yankees in the Bronx. This stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Networks. Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate the support, brother. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And we have an active poll for today's game. If you could, please take a second to drop your vote. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And we have the early set today. Hey, Daniel, welcome to the stream. Nancy, Jonathan, Yankees for Life, Margaret, appreciate y'all being here. There are a few more in the background. If you drop a comment, I'll give you a shout out acknowledging you're in the stream. I want to thank everybody for spending time here during their busy Thursday. Listening to a little bit of play-by-play and supporting the stream. So thank you. I appreciate y'all being here. Today is getaway day, and there are quite a few games starting early, but the Yankees are the first one in the hopper. I'm going to start by going over today's lineup. Texas Rangers are going to have Brandon Nimmo leading off DHing. Former Yankee Ezekiel Duran will be hitting out of the 2-hole playing left field. Shortstop Corey Seager will be in the 3-hole. Josh Young will be at third base cleaning up. Playing right field for the Rangers today and hitting in the 5-hole is Jock Peterson. Jake Berger will be at first base hitting out of the 6-hole. Evan Carter will be in center field hitting out of the 7-hole. Danny Jansen will be behind the dish in the 8-hole. And Fauché will be at second base, bringing up the rear. On the bump for the Rangers is going to be Mackenzie Gore. For the Yankees today, our leadoff hitter is going to be Paul Goldschmidt playing first base. Aaron Judge will be DHing, hitting out of the 2-hole. Cody Bellinger will be in right field, hitting out of the 3-hole. Ahmed Rosario will be taking third base, hitting cleanup. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be at second in the 5-hole. Jason Dominguez will be in left field, hitting in the 6-hole. Playing center field and hitting in the 7-hole is going to be Trent Grisham. At shortstop, Max Schumann will get his first start, hitting in the 8-hole. In the 9-hole is going to be J.C. Escar behind the dish. And on the bump is going to be Paul Blackburn. The normal schedule starter, Ryan Weathers, is taken ill and is not available for this game. Unsung hero Yuri De Los Santos, who saved the bullpen yesterday, was sent back down to Scranton, and the contract for Brendan Beck was selected, and he is up here on the roster and in the Bronx today. How are we feeling about the game? Do we think that the Yankees will bounce back from yesterday's loss and take the game and the series? Let me know what you think. We are probably about a couple of minutes before the first pitch. I'm looking forward to today's game. After we finish today, we will be heading out of town to Milwaukee to face off against the Milwaukee Brewers for a 3-game set. For those of you that are out there, if you have not subscribed, there are QR codes in your upper left and right hand corners. Left is Hardcore Sports, right is Yankees The Ugly Truth. Here on Yankees The Ugly Truth, we have 701 subscribers. Our next milestone is 705. So anything you can do to help us attain our goal would be most appreciated. If you haven't noticed, the lineup is just a little bit different. Jose Caballero took a shot off of his non-throwing arm yesterday, and some swelling showed up, and he was set on the sidelines. Mackenzie Gore is a left-handed pitcher, so the Yankees chose to sit Ryan McMahon and put Ahmed Rosario on the field. Aaron Judge is getting a break from the field today, so we're going to put Jason Dominguez out in left field. As scary as that may sound. So. Currently, we have 8 votes in our active poll. If you haven't, please take a second to let your voice be heard and your vote be counted and drop your vote. Paul Blackburn has been a long-term starter, and last year we showed him in the bullpen. He did some few spot starts. He has been stretched out, so I'm anticipating that we're going to see Blackburn go over 4 innings, probably 4 1/3. That's my bet. And then we should see, hey, Josette, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. How's the road trip going? Well, where are you located at this present moment in time? Are you on the road or are you in a RV spot? And we're back to the broadcast. We're just a couple of minutes before game start. And welcome, John the Beagle Dad. John has a prediction that the Yankees will take this game 5-3. And Blackburn is taking the last of his warm-up pitches. Nemo's in the on-deck circle, working his way to the batter's box. Nemo is hitting .293 on the season, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, and an .826 OPS. And Blackburn sets and he fires, and the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1 on Nemo. And you can hear roll call being called in the background. Blackburn sets and fires. The pitch is just a bit high. Count is 1-1. Blackburn sets and the curveball is just off the plate. Count is 2-1. All right, Paul, settle down. Let's get it done. And the pitch is on the way, and that is up high. Count is full at 3-2. Or 3-1. Excuse me. Blackburn sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to be 3-2. Count is full. Blackburn sets and fires, and that sinker is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. Blackburn heads to the seventh pitch of the at-bat. Blackburn sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off once again. All right, enough of this crap. Let's get to it. And Blackburn sets, pitch is on the way, and that is lined into left field. Dominguez is tracking it and is going to run into the wall and make the play. He is down. Dominguez is down. He has not moved yet. Obviously, Dominguez is shaken up. Boone is running out to left field. Trainer is coming out. Don't know that he was actually expecting the ball or expecting the wall, but he crashed into the wall extremely hard. And Dominguez is still down. And I will tell you what, Dominguez made a fantastic play on that drive. Trainer is checking his back and his neck, looking for sensitivity in his hands. He crashed into it hard. Teammates are out there circling Dominguez. They're getting him to his feet. Well, at least he's on his knees. Yankees fans are showing their appreciation. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. They are checking Dominguez's neck to make sure that he did not injure his neck. Possibly checking for a concussion, I'm assuming. Like I said, he crashed into that wall real hard. So those of you just hopping into the stream, we are at an injury delay. Jason Dominguez made a fantastic play, but crashed into the left field wall. I'm not sure that he's going to stay in the game. I am just not sure. Dominguez is on his feet. The fans are cheering, showing the love, the appreciation for the fantastic play that he just made. And it looks like Rosario is getting his outfield glove. And Dominguez is coming out of the game. He is being put into the cart. Looks like Rosario is going to take an outfield slot, and Ryan McMahon will take over at third base. At least he is not on a backboard. So the cart is leaving the field right now. He took that left shoulder and neck. It's amazing that he was able to actually complete the game, complete the catch after he crashed into the wall. And McMahon is out on the field. He is going to play third. Looks like Rosario is going to take over in right. Bellinger is going to take over in left. So the new defensive alignment is Bellinger in left, Grisham in center, Rosario is in right. McMahon is at third. Schumann is at short. Chisholm is at second, and Goldie is at first. Coming up to bat is Ezekiel Duran. He's hitting .303 on the season, 1 home run, 11 RBIs, and an .833 OPS. And Blackburn sets, and the first pitch is down low. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-2 on Duran. That's good to hear, John. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is just down low. Count is evened at deuces. Blackburn sets and fires, and the sweeper is up high and inside. Count is now full, 3-2. And Blackburn sets, fires, and that pitch is inside. That's going to be a ball 4. So Duran is going to take his base. Brock Balu is the home plate umpire. He is in his fifth major league season. He is considered a hitter friendly umpire. Coming up to bat is Corey Seager. And the pitch is on the way, and it is foul tipped into the glove of Vizcarra. Count is 0-1. Seager's hitting .214 on the season, 7 home runs, 19 RBIs, and a .734 OPS. And the next pitch is on the way, and wow, it is called ball 1. I think it clipped the outside corner. Count is 1-1. And Blackburn sets and fires. The fastball is off the plate. Count is 2-1. And there's a pickoff attempt at first base. Duran is back in there head first safe. Blackburn sets, he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. And Duran is going to be thrown out at second. Nice pick by Max Schumann and a quick tag. So that is the second out of the inning. Count in Seager is 2-2. Blackburn sets and fires, and the pitch is up high. Count is now full, 3-2. For those of you just hopping in the stream, we are locked up at zeros in the top of the first. There are 2 outs, no runner on. Corey Seager's on at bat, and that pitch is outside for ball 4. So Seager's going to take his base. Coming up to bat is Josh Young. That is Blackburn's second walk of the inning. Coming up to bat, Young is hitting .323, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs, and an .891 OPS. Pitch is on the way, and he is going to hit Young. So now the Rangers are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Jock Peterson. Peterson is hitting .200, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, and a .590 OPS. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-0. Blackburn sets, fires, and the curveball is down low. Count is 2-0. Blackburn is definitely not looking sharp in this outing. And Blackburn sets, fires, and this ball is chopped to Jazz. Jazz flips to Goldie, and that is going to do it for the Rangers in the top of the first. There are no runs, no hits, and 2 men left. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the first for the Yankees is going to be Paul Goldschmidt, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger. Those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 12 votes at this time. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are the first game in the hopper, so there's not going to be any scoreboard updates, at least until after 1. How are we feeling about the game? Jason Dominguez's play. And Mackenzie Gore is on the bump. And Goldie is in the box. Gore sets and fires, and that first pitch is driven to right center field. And that is going to be off the wall. It gets past both the outfielders. Goldie is rounding second, heading to third. So he is going to have a leadoff triple to start the game for the Yankees. The Goldschmidt opens up the bottom of the first with a triple. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. The captain is hitting .273, 15 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a 1066 OPS. And the infield is in halfway. The first pitch is a curveball up high. Count is 1-0 to the captain. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and the captain fouls this off down the right field line. Count is even at 1-1. And it looks like Brendan Beck is warming up in the bullpen. So if Beck comes in, it'll be his major league debut. And the pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is up high. Count is 2-1 on the captain. Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is evened at deuces on the captain. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to the third baseman. Young lays out and catches the line drive. He takes away an RBI for Judge, and that is the first out of the inning. Great play by Young. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And Gore sets, fires, and that pitch is taken for call, strike one. Bellinger's hitting .285 on the season, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs, and an .888 OPS. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered into right field, and it's going to hit, gets past a diving Jock Peterson. Bellinger is rounding second, heading to third, and he is going to be in there with a stand-up triple. Yankees have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. This is the first time that Peterson has played outfield since September of 23. The first pitch is going to paint the outside quarter for call, strike one. Rosario's hitting .267 on the season, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and an .830 OPS. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2 on Ahmed. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off once again. Curveball was up. Situational hitting, Ahmed. Got to bring the run in. Got to bring the run in, baby. Next pitch is on the way, and Rosario fouls that one down the right field side. And the Rangers are still playing their infield in. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-2 on Rosario. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that one is fouled off to the right-hand side once again. Count is going to remain 1-2 as we head to the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And Gore sets and fires, and Ahmed swings and misses for strike 3. That is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Situational hitting, baby. Runner at third. We got to bring him in. Chisholm is hitting .209 on the season, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs, and a .636 OPS. And Gore sets and fires, and that pitch is low and away. Jazz is able to check his swing. Count is 1-0. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is in there for call. Strike one, catches the top of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Gore sets and fires, and the slider paints the top of the strike zone. For call, strike two. Count is 1-2 on Jazz. I anticipate a curveball coming away. And Gore sets and fires, and Jazz swings and misses for strike three. That was a weak hack, and Chisholm is going to go down on strikes. Prime scoring opportunity blown by the Yankees. Coming up to bat in the top of the second is going to be Jake Berger, Evan Carter, and Danny Jansen. Not sure if Blackburn is going to be returning for another inning of work. For those of you that are here, if you could please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 14 votes. Our goal for every live stream is to have 30 likes. We're currently at 12. So if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. There are QR codes in your upper left and right-hand corners to help you out. Left is Hardcore Sports. Right is Yankees The Ugly Truth. We are at 701 subscribers on Yankees The Ugly Truth, looking at meeting our next milestone of 705. Anything you can do to help us meet our goal would be most appreciated. And another game is about to get underway. That'll be the Twins and the Nationals in Washington. We'll keep you up to date on that game when they get underway. How are we feeling about the game so far, guys and gals out there in the internet world? And it looks like Brendan Beck is coming in to take the bound. So this is going to be Beck's major league debut. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is in there for a call, strike one. It's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And Beck sets, fires, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Beck sets and fires, and that slider is just off the plate. Count is 1-2. Beck sets and fires, and that ball is lined into left field. Bellinger is waiting on it, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Evan Carter. And Beck sets and fires, and that ball is driven to right field. Rosario is waiting on it, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is the catcher, Danny Jansen. And Beck sets. First pitch is on the way, and the Fastball paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Jansen is hitting 197, 2 home runs. And the next pitch is on the way, and the slider breaks off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Beck sets and fires, and that slider breaks out of the zone for call. Ball 2. Count is 2-1. And Beck sets, pitch is on the way, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-1 on Jansen. Beck sets and fires, and that pitch misses just inside. So that is going to be ball 4. That is the third walk for the Rangers today. Beck's first professional walk. Coming up to bat in is Justin Foscue, hitting 111 on the year with no homers, 2 RBIs. And the first pitch is on the way, and the fastball paints the top of the strike zone. Count is 0-1 on Foscue. And Beck sets, pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is just off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Beck sets and fires, and that pitch is down low and away. Count is 2-1. All right, kid, just rock and fire. You got plenty of defenders behind you. And Beck sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is tip foul. Count is going to go 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is bounced foul. Count remains 2-2. And Beck sets and fires, and that fastball is way up high. Count is going to go to 3-2. Beck sets and fires, and that ball is in there for call. Strike 3. And that is going to be Beck's first professional strikeout. Foscue got rug up on a slider. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the second is going to be Ryan McMahon, Trent Grisham, and Max Schumann. And our scoreboard update is going to be very short. Yankees have a 1-0 lead on the Rangers going to the bottom of the second. In the bottom of the first, the Nationals and the Twins are locked up at zeros. And we are over an hour away before the next game starts, and that's going to be the Guardians and the Royals. So how are we feeling about today's game? Have you put your vote in our active poll? We have 15 votes out there. We are currently at 13 likes, well short of our 30 goals. If you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. I think that Beck had a fine debut for the major leagues. He did have a walk, pitched a clean frame, and got his first professional strikeout at the major league level. What more could you ask for? And stepping up to the box is Ryan McMahon. He is hitting 209 on the season, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, and a 617 OPS. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off to the right side. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and McMahon swings and misses. Count is 0-2 on Ryan. And Gore sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled down the third base line. Count remains 0-2. Gore sets and fires, and the curveball is fouled off. Count's going to remain 0-2. Gore sets and fires, and that pitch bounces in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And Gore sets, pitch is on the way, and that one is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. McMahon is making Gore work. That's for damn sure. Gore sets and fires, and the fastball is down low. Count is now evened at deuce. What color is that goose? And the pitch is on the way, and McMahon slices this down the third base line. That is going to make it in the corner. McMahon is rounding second, heading to second. And McMahon starts out with a leadoff double. Coming up to bat is Brett Grisham. So let's get some runs, baby. Let's do this. Gore checks on the runner and fires. The first pitch is up high. Count is 1-0. And Gore sets and fires, and the slider is down low. Count is 2-0 on Grishbaum. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball off the plate. Count is 3-0. And the pitch is on the way, and this is guide to left field. Duran is tracking it, and he is going to make the play. That was not far enough for McMahon to tag. That is the first out of the inning. Max Schumann is coming up to bat. Schumann is hitting. He hasn't actually hit this season. And Gore steps off the mound. Hey, Robert, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother. And Gore sets, checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way. Schumann shows bunt, but takes a curveball in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Schumann. Next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is evened out 1-1 on Schumann. Yes, he did. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a four-seamer down low. Count is 2-1 on Schumann. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and Schumann swings and misses at the fastball. Count is evened at deuces. All right, Maxie, a little bit of bingo, baby. A little bit of bingo. Duck on the pond, duck on the pond. And the pitch is on the way. The curveball is up high. Count is going to be full, 3-2. And Gore steps off the rubber. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count remains 3-2. And Gore sets, fires, and that pitch is a sky pop up. And Jansen is going to track it and make the play on the dirt. That is the second out. Coming up to bat is J.C. Escara. Scores at 38 pitches in the second inning. J.C. Escara is up to bat, hitting 200 on the season with no home runs, 5 RBIs, and a .565 OPS. And the first pitch is a slider that paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on JC. And the pitch is on the way, and Escara swings and misses. Count is 0-2. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Berger at first. Berger's going to take it himself, and that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the second. So the leadoff double is wasted. As we head to the top of the third, the Rangers are going to have Brandon Nimmo, Ezekiel Duran, and Corey Seager coming up to bat. 1, 2, 3, and that's what you see. For those of you that are here, we have 16 votes in our active poll, and we have 15 likes. Goal is 30, so please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you haven't, drop your vote in our active poll and let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. So how are we feeling about the game so far? Yankees had a blown opportunity to bring a run in the first inning and another blown opportunity this inning. Hopefully this does not come back to haunt the team and we will be able to get it done. We should put them away. Gore is not pitching extremely well. And this is essentially a bullpen game for us. Brendan Beck pitched the last inning. His last outing, he was able to throw 91 pitches. So I think as long as Beck holds it together, he will be pitching long term for us. And Sean feels confident with the game and the series. And Beck is out for his second inning of work. He sets and fires, and the first pitch is a fastball in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Nimmo is 0-1. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2 on Nimmo. And the next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-2. Beck sets and he fires, and that pitch is driven to left field. Bellinger is tracking it and is going to make a leaping catch. So that is going to be the first out of the inning. It's funny. Bellinger just makes the play look easy, but it was a difficult play. And Duran is up, and the pitch is driven to left field, and that one is going to go out of the stadium. It is a tie game. That is Duran's second home run of the season. Went 374 feet and traveled at 97.6 miles an hour. Coming up to bat is Corey Seager. Does not have an official at bat. He walked in his first plate appearance. And Beck sets and fires, and the fastball is down low. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is odd way, and that curveball is down low. Count is 2-0 on Seager. And Beck sets and fires, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1 on Seager. And Beck sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is even at deuce. And Beck sets, fires, and the slider is down low. Count is now full, 3-2. Beck sets, fires, and that pitch is down low for ball 4. That's going to be Seager's second walk of the game. And Beck sets and fires, and Young is not able to check his swing. Count is 0-1. Beck sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Beck sets and fires, and he paints the outside of the corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Beck sets and fires, and the slider breaks off the plate. Count is even at 2-2. Beck sets and fires, and this one is bounced to Jazz. Jazz flips to Jose, relayed to Goldschmidt, and that's going to be a twin killing. And that is a 4-6-3 double play. Going to do it for the Rangers, but not before they put a run on the board to tie the score up at 1 apiece. Coming up to bat for the Yankees is going to be the top of the order, Paul Goldschmidt, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger. And in our active scoreboard, as you know, we're heading to the bottom of the third. Yankees and Rangers are locked up at 1 apiece. In the other game that is active at this moment, Twins versus the Nationals. Twins have a 2-0 lead in the top of the second. Next game will be starting at 2:10 Eastern Standard, and that is the Guardians versus the Royals. And that is your active scoreboard for the day. And in our active poll, we have 17 votes. If you have not, please drop your vote. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And we are currently at 18 likes, 12 short of our goal of 30. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And I want to thank Mitch of Hardcore Sports Network. He is currently simulcasting this broadcast of the Rangers versus the Yankees. Thank you to Mitch and Hardcore Sports. Sean has a prediction that Judge will hit his 16th home run of the season today. Goldie is 1-for-1 on the day with a triple in the leadoff bat, and he scored the first run. And the first pitch is on the way, and Goldie fouls this one off. Count is 0-1. Ed Gore sets it, fires at Goldie. Guys, this would the right field line. And that is going to slice foul. Count is 0-2 on Goldie. And Gore sets and fires, and Bellinger fouls this one off of Jansen's hand. And the pitch is all the way, and the changeup is down low. Count is evened at deuces. Gore sets and fires, and that pitch is down low. Count is full at 3-2. Gore sets and fires, and Goldie swings and misses, and he is going to go down on strikes. Coming up to bat is the captain. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. The captain was robbed on a diving layout line drive stealing hit in his first at bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is a changeup inside. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is ball 2. And Gore sets, and the pitch is skied to right field. Peterson is tracking it, and he is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. Bellinger on a 9-game hitting streak. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is going to paint the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-0 or 0-1. Gore sets and fires, and Bellinger fouls this one straight back. Count is 0-2. Bellinger is 1-for-1 on the day. He hit a triple in his first at bat and drove in the Yankees' run. And Gore sets, fires, and the curveball bounces in the dirt ahead of the plate. Count is 1-2 on Belly. Gore sets and fires, and this is skied to the infield. Seager is tracking it, and he is going to make the play for the third out. And that is going to do it for the Yankees. As we head to the top of the fourth, Jock Peterson, Jake Berger, and Evan Carter will be coming up to bat. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 17 votes at this time. And if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. We're at 19 likes. Our goal is 30 for every live stream. So show the love. And if you haven't noticed, there are QR codes in the upper left and right hand corners of your screen. Left is for hardcore sports, right is for Yankees The Ugly Truth. The Yankees The Ugly Truth are at 701 subscribers. Our next milestone is 705, so we're 4 away. Please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We do play-by-plays here on Yankees The Ugly Truth almost daily. We drop a lot of shorts. As a matter of fact, I dropped a short before the game called Unsung Hero Yuri De Los Santos from his performance last night. So if you haven't, checked that out and let me know what you think. And Peterson is stepping in the box. Beck is back on the mound, and the first pitch is a four-seamer down low. Count is 1-0. And Beck sets and fires, and this ball is driven to right field. Going to bounce in front of Rosario. Rosario fills it quickly and gets the ball in. So Peterson is going to have the leadoff single for the Rangers in the top of the fourth. Coming up to bat is Jake Berger, the first baseman for the Rangers. Berger is 0 for 1 on the day with a line out. And Beck sets, fires, and that slider is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Ed Beck sets and fires, and the slider is swung out and missed. Count is 1-1. And Beck sets. Pitch is on the way, and he paints the outside corner for a call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Beck sets and fires, and this ball is bounced to Jazz. Jazz flips to Schumann, and Schumann fires to first, not in time. That was a slow roller, so Berger is going to be the runner at first. Coming up to bat is Evan Carter, 0 for 1 on the day. Ed Beck sets and fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 1. Carter lined out in his first at bat. And Beck sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And Beck sets. Pitch is on the way, and this bounces in the dirt. Count is 1-2 on Carter. Beck sets. And the splitter is down low. Count is evened at 2-2 on Carter. And Beck sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to the left side. McMahon is tracking it, and he is going to make the play in shallow left field for the second out. Coming up to bat is Danny Jansen. Does not have an official at bat. He does not have an official at bat. He walked in his first plate appearance. And Beck sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Nice splitter. And there's a pickoff attempt at first base. Berger is back in, diving head first. And Beck sets. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Beck sets and fires, and this is a towering fly ball to center field, and Grisham is tracking it and is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. So another fine performance by Beck in his major league debut. That was his third inning pitched. Coming up to bat for the boys is going to be Ahmed Rosario, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Ryan McMahon. And hey, Kaz, welcome to the screen. And we have a home run for the subscribers. We just got our 702nd subscriber for the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. So I don't know who you are, but thank you for trusting us to provide you with quality Yankee baseball news and entertainment. For those of you that are out there, we have 18 likes in our poll. If you haven't, please drop your vote. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And we are at 21 or 23 likes, just 7 short of our milestone or our goal of 30. So if you haven't, hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not subscribed to the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. We at Yankees The Ugly Truth are now at 702 subscribers. Our next milestone is 705. So anything that you can do to help us meet that milestone would be most appreciated. Rosario's coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And Gore sets and fires, and that curveball is down low. Count is 1-0. And Gore sets, and that pitch is driven to left field, and Duran is going to run it down for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz. Jazz is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout, and that pitch is skied to left field. Duran is tracking it, and he makes the play for the second out of the inning. A one pitch, one out. You guys know how I freaking hate one pitch outs. So now we have let Gore off the hook with his pitch count. He is at 57 pitches. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, 1 for 1 on the day with a double. And the first pitch is a fastball down low. McMahon originally was not in the starting lineup, but after Dominguez crashed into the wall and was removed from the game, he was brought in. And Gore sets and fires, and that slider is low and away. Count is 2-0 on McMahon. Doing just fine, Kaz. Doing just fine. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 2-1. And Gore sets, fires, and the four-seamer is inside. Count is now 3-1 on McMahon. And Gore sets and fires, and that pitch is up high for ball 4. So as McMahon strips his gear off, Grisham is coming up to bat. He flew out in his first plate appearance. And the first pitch is on the way. The slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Gore sets, fires, and this pitch is up high and away. Count is evened at 1-0. And Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is a towering pop up in the infield. And that is going to be dropped right in front of Seager. And Grisham is going to reach on a elevator shaft pop up in the infield. Nobody looked like they wanted to make the play. So the Yankees have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Maxie Schumann. Schumann has taken Caballero's spot at short after the plunk by pitch yesterday. And the first pitch is on the way from Gore, and that is outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0. And the curveball is lined to the first baseman. Berger grabs it and turns and fires to first for covering, and that is going to be the final out of the inning. Yankees are going to leave 2 runners on base. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And for those of you that are here, our active scoreboard is going to have the Yankees, as you know, and the Rangers tied up at 1, heading to the top of the 5th. In the other active game, the Nationals have pulled even. The score is now 2-2 in the Twins Nationals game in the bottom of the 3rd. And we have about 15 minutes or so before the Guardians and Royals get underway. And for those of you that are here, we have an active poll going. There are currently 20 votes in that poll. If you haven't voted, let your vote be counted and your voice be heard. We are at 23 likes, just 7 likes away from our goal point of 30 for this live point or live stream. So, really, I'm ahead of the live stream. Well, Wendy, you do need to rest. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. If you wonder why I keep advocating for people to sub to Hardcore Sports, they are actually simulcasting our live broadcast. So we want to thank them for giving the opportunity to spread our broadcast out there amongst sports fans. We here at Yankees The Ugly Truth are at 702 subscribers, looking at our next milestone of 705. So we're 3 away. If you could, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And Fosque is here, and Osuna is pinch hitting for Fosque. First pitch is down low. And Beck sets and fires. The sinker is up and off the plate. Count is 2-0. And Beck sets and he fires. And that pitch is down low. Count is 3-0. Beck sets and fires, and he catches the outside corner or inside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 3-1. And Beck sets and fires, and that pitch is inside for ball 4. And it looks like Beck's major league debut is over. And let's see. Fine outing for the young prospect. And is that Tim Hill coming into the game? I guess we're going to find out here in a second. It is Tim Hill. So the fire extinguisher is coming to put out this minor threat. Welcome to the stream, Ace. Chia back at you, my brother. If you haven't, you need to go check out the Ace Avenue with the Ace. He does a great play-by-play, puts out a lot of great content, but even more so, he puts out great movie reviews, a plethora of information. I've actually listened to some of his reviews and taken his advice and gone to the theater and checked out some of the stuff, and I have not been disappointed. Neither has my wife. So check out the Ace Avenue. And my other brother here, Sean Browning, he is an associate of YankeeMania, but he has his own YouTube channel, and that is True Historians. He puts out a lot of great content, so I recommend hopping over there and checking out what he's got. Don't think you'll be disappointed. I'm glad that you like the De Los Santos short. Oh, by the way, if you haven't, check out the De Los Santos short that I did drop today just before this baseball game. Everyone that is subscribed, make sure your notifications are turned on so that you know every time that we're live and not Memorex and drop some content. And Tim Hill sets and fires, and the first pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. For those of you just hopping into our stream, we are in the top of the fifth. The game is tied at 1-1. And the next pitch from Hill is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Brandon Nimmo is 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of lineouts to the left fielder. One to Dominguez, the other one to Bellinger. And the pitch is on the way, and that is ripped into center field. Grisham is going to cut it off and fire it in quickly. So Osuna is going to move to third. So the Ranger is got runners at first and third with nobody out. Coming up to bat is Ezekiel Duran. And the pitch is on the way, and this is line to Jazz. Jazz feels it and flips it to Schumann, and that's all they're going to get. But Osuna is going to score, so the Rangers are going to take a 2-1 lead. Fantastic play by Jazz. So Tim Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is guide to left field. Bellinger is tracking it, and he is going to make the play on the warning track. Duran was at second. Now he's heading back to first. So that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Josh Young. 0 for 1 on the day, but was hit by a pitch. And the first pitch from him is a sinker off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is bounced to Hill. Hill fires to Goldie, and that is going to do it for the Rangers, but not before they get a run to take a 2-1 lead on the Yankees. So how are we feeling about the game? What do we know? Is it time to go, go, go? I've got 1,000 views for my short cast. All right, cool. Most appreciated. And you are absolutely right, Nancy. It is time to answer back with a rally. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the fifth is going to be J.C. Escara, Paul Goldschmidt, and the captain, Aaron Judge. Hi, SGA. Welcome to the stream. We are at 28 likes, too short of our goal of 30. So hit the like button, share the channel out. And in our active poll today, we have 23 votes. So if you have not voted, let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And score sets and fires. And the first pitch to Escara is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Score sets and fires. And this is bounced to the second baseman. He turns and fires to Berger at first. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. And we have a new member to the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. That is SJ. Thanks for choosing to subscribe. The first pitch to Goldschmidt is down low. Count is 1-0. Appreciate that, SJ. Next pitch is on the way, and this is driven to left field, and Osuna is diving to make the catch, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. That was a good play by Osuna, who came in as a pinch hitter in the last inning. All rise, the judges in the chambers. It's time to get into the hit parade, baby. And the first pitch is on the way, and Judge swings and misses at a fastball. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and Judge fouls the four-seamer off. Count is 0-2. Pitch is on the way, and Judge skies this one to right, shallow right field. Peterson is on the run, and he is going to make the play for the third out. The Yankees go down in order in the bottom of the fifth. So as we head to the top of the sixth, Jock Peterson, Jake Berger, and Evan Carter will be coming up to bat. Hey, Merck, welcome to the stream. In the first inning, Merck, let me answer this question first. SJ, you don't have access to the channel emojis because I haven't built them yet. I haven't had time trying to put quality content, but I will get to it. I promise. You will get a preview on my shorts. Generally, I drop them ahead for members, or they're put out there for everyone else. Merck, Jason Dominguez made an outstanding defensive play. As hard as that sounds, he crashed into the left field fence, taking an extra base hit away from Brandon Nimmo. He went down for the count, and they had roughly about a 15-minute delay. It took him a long time to get up and off the field. They took him off via the cart, but he was walking on his own. He smashed into the wall with his left shoulder, and they kept checking sensitivity in his fingers, and looked like they were putting him into some type of a concussion protocol. We have not received any more updates on Dominguez's status yet. However, as soon as I get one, I'll let you know. And we have our 30 likes, so we have met our goal point for this live stream. Thank you for all those who did. Merck, did you catch my short today? And Hill is back out for his second work. And it looks like Andrew McCutcheon is coming in to replace Jock Peterson. The first pitch to McCutcheon is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one. Or strike two. Next pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 2-2. And Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for the strikeout. All right, the updates that we have for Jason Dominguez. He is now officially in concussion protocol. They are taking him to New York Presbyterian to have an MRI run on his shoulder. So obviously there's something wrong there. Could be an IL stent, but we'll know more after imaging. The first pitch is a slider down low. Count is 1-0. Berger is hit into a fielder's choice and line out. He is 0 for 2. And the next pitch is on the way, and Berger fouls it off. Count is 1-1. And Hill sets, fires, and the pitch is a chop foul down the third base line. Count is 1-2. Well, if he's on the IL, is this Spencer Jones's opportunity to come up to the major leagues? And the pitch is on the way, and that is skied. The infield, Goldie is backing up, and he makes the play for the second out. That retires Berger. Ben Rice just has a contusion on his glove hand. Carter is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out and a line out. And it looks like Booney is coming out to most likely pull the chocks on Tim Hill. But Hill is a crafty veteran, and he will. Actually, it's Matt Blake. Never mind. Rice is about to start swinging the bat, so he is not going to have an IL stint. He's just had a few days off. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is bunted to Jazz. And it is going to be a tough play, and that is going to be a base hit for Carter. Jazz tried to quick clip it with his glove and just couldn't get it done. He flipped it past Goldie. Carter and Chisholm collided a little bit after he ran through. And it looks like that is going to be it for Tim Hill. Looks like Brett Hedrick is coming in. So Boone is going to the bullpen with Jansen due up. I anticipate by the time we head to Milwaukee, Rice will be back in the lineup. Yep. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for the update. So how are we feeling about the game? Although the Yankees are down 2-1, do we feel that we still have things in control? For those of you who are here, if you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. There are 24 votes so far, so let's do it. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Are there any other content creators out there doing the live play-by-play for this game? All right, Sean thinks that we got this and that Grisham has got a homer in the works. All right, cool. And Hedrick makes a pickoff attempt at first. And the first pitch is on the way. And that is skied to center field. Grisham is tracking it and is going to make the play for the third out. And that'll do it for the Rangers in the top of the sixth. Coming up in the bottom of the sixth is going to be Cody Bellinger, Ahmed Rosario, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. The Yankees have had a couple of scoring opportunities in this game. Yankees had a runner at third with one out. Team failed to bring the run in. In the following inning, we had a leadoff double and failed to advance him even one base. Two opportunities that we had, and there were no outs with the leadoff double. So, hence, need to get to it, improve the situational hitting, and get it done. For those of you that aren't aware, this stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. Mitch Kofsky is is the one responsible for that. So thanks, Mitch, for simulcasting our stream. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. There are QR codes in your upper left and right hand corners to help you out. QR code in the left is Hardcore Sports, the right is the Yankees The Ugly Truth. We at Yankees The Ugly Truth are at 702 subscribers, looking at our next milestone of 705. So we are just 3 subscribers away. Anything you can do to help us meet our goal would be most appreciated. Bellinger is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a triple. Looks like McCutchen is taking over in right field. And the first pitch on the way is a slider call, strike 1. Have a good one, Sean. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count evens up at 2-2. And the pitch is on the way. It is up and in. Count is now full. 3-2 on Belly. And the pitch is on the way. And this is ripped out of line, but it is going to hook foul. Count remains 3-2. Hey, Dev. Welcome to the stream. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate for a ball 4. The Belly went from 0-2 to 4-2, and he takes a walk to head to first. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a lineout, so it's time for you to get into the hit parade. Edgar sets, and that ball is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1 on Ahmed. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is inside. 1-1. Rosario and Gore are former teammates on the Nationals. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and that one is fouled off to the right side. And the pitch is on the way, and this is driven to left field. Osuna is coming in, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Osuna got fooled by that one. He started working his way back, and by the time he made the transition to come back, So that is going to be in there for a single. So it looks like they have a bowed visit going on. Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. Jazz is 0 for 2 on the day with a flyout and a strikeout. And the first pitch is on the way. Jazz swings and misses at the curveball. For those of you just hopping into our stream, we're in the bottom of the sixth. The Rangers lead the Yankees 2-1. And there are runners at first and second with nobody out. Jazz Chisholm up to bat. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is popped up. Infield fly rule, so Jazz is out. So non-productive out again with runners in scoring position for Jazz. Dominguez has missed time. Do you think that Jones will be called up? I certainly do, Jonathan. We were talking about that earlier. And Jazz's temper causes him to smack his bat on the ground and break it. Guess the bat didn't have any hits left in it. Ryan McMahon is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 1 on the day, a double and a base on balls. And Gore sets, and the first pitch is on the way, and that is a slider in the dirt. Count is 1-0 on Ryan. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is fouled off. Oh, I understand that, Jonathan. Well, don't you remember Paul O'Neill? He used to beat the hell out of water coolers. It certainly wasn't the water cooler's fault that he didn't hit. And Gore sets and fires, and that fastball is up high. Count is now 2-1. Ed Gore sets, Ed fires, and that pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 3-1 on McMahon. And the pitch is on the way, and McMahon checked his swing, but the umpire is going to say he went through it, so the count is now full, 3-2. I don't think he swung on that one. Gore checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low for call, ball 4. The Rangers are challenging. And the call is confirmed. That is ball 4. And Texas loses a challenge. They have 1 remaining, and the bases are juiced full of Yankees with 1 out. Trent Grisham is coming up to bat. So are we going to have a Grisham moment? And it looks like they're having a meeting of the minds on the mound. And me personally, a lot of people don't like Grisham, but I consider him Captain Clutch. Last year, 28 of his 34 home runs either gave the Yankees a lead or tied a game up. This year, he has 4 home runs. 3 of those home runs have either tied the game up or given the Yankees the lead. And it looks like the meeting of the mind is over with. And they're trying to figure out how to get Grisham. Grisham is 1 for 2 on the day. Rangers are playing infield back for the double play. And the pitch is on the way. The first pitch is a slider down low. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is on the way, and Grisham swings and misses at the sinker. Count is 1-1. And Gore sets and fires, and this ball is driven into right center field. It's going to split the gap for left center field, and it goes all the way to the wall. Bellinger scores, Rosario scores, and McMahon scores. So that is a bases clearing double for Trent Grisham, and the Yankees now lead 4-2. And as I was saying before, Captain Clutch has struck again. I don't give a damn what anybody says. He can be on my team anytime. Coming up to bat is Maxie Schumann, and it looks like we're going to be able to do our bye-bye song. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And one more time. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And it looks like Jalen Beeks is going to be coming in to take the bump. He's going to have Schumann, Escara, at least. And now as Gore leaves the game, he can only record a loss. Schumann, Escara, and Goldie. Let's go Yankees. Time to get it on. And for those of you, while we're in this temporary delay, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. There are 25 votes at this time. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are at 702 subs, looking at our next milestone of 705. So we are 3 away from that milestone. Anything you can do to help us out would be most appreciated. If you're wondering why subscribe, I'll tell you why. Because we do play-by-plays almost every day. We provide a lot of shorts with different perspectives that you are not seeing from any other Yankee content creators. If you want to look at the quality, I dropped a short this afternoon about the unsung hero Yuri De Los Santos from yesterday. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And the first pitch is on the way, and Schumann fouls the pitch off. Schumann is 0 for 2 on the day with a foul out and a ground out. All right, Maxie, it is time to get into the hit parade. And Beeks sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And Beak sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 1-2. So let's see. Beaks has shown his changeup and his fastball. Beak sets and fires, and Schumann swings and misses at the changeup. And he's going to be down on strikes. That's going to be 2 away. Yankees still have a runner at second with 2 outs. And it looks like Cole Winn is warming up in the bullpen for the Rangers. JC Cascara is coming up to bat, 0-4-2. And time for him to get in the hit parade. The first pitch is on the way, and the cutter is down low and off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Beak sets and fires, and this is dropped into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Grisham, and that is an RBI single for Escara. And the Yankees now take a 5-2 lead on the Rangers. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. That was a check swing base hit. It's pretty awesome, actually. Goldie is 1 for 3 on the day. He led the game off with a triple. And Beak sets and fires, and the pitch is a changeup down low. Count is 1-0. And Beak sets, checks on runner at first, and he fires, and the changeup is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Beak sets and fires, and that changeup is down low. Count is now 2-1. Well, the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. Trent Grisham came up with the bases loaded, and he hit a double into the left field gap and cleared the bases. That gave us the 4-2 lead, and another hit just drove in Grisham. So that's now the 5-2 lead that we have. And the count is full on Goldie. Beak sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low for ball 4. So the Yankees are going to have runners at first and second once again, and the captain is coming up to bat. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Judge is 0 for 3 on the day, so it's time for him to time for the captain to get into the hit parade today. And it looks like Beaks is coming out of the game. So,
Hit the road, Jack.
and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And one more time. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. And you are out of here, brother. Looks like Wynn is coming in to take the helm. Do I do karaoke? Hell no, I don't. I have a horrible voice. My granddaughter, That's a different story. She has a beautiful voice. Matter of fact, she just did a performance for the All City Chorus here in the Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach area. She was one of three singers selected from her school. Yeah, you got jokes. Roger that. So we now have 26 votes in our active poll. For those of you just hopping in, we are in the bottom of the sixth. The Yankees lead 5-2. Yankees have runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the captain is coming up to bat. And Wynn is on the bump. He sets and he fires. Is up and inside to the captain. Count is 1-0. Judge has lined out and had 2 flyouts today. And the pitch is on the way, and that is a base hit to left field. The Scar rounds third. They are sending him home, and the throw is cut off, and that is an RBI single for the captain. Yankees now lead 6-2. So the Yankees are going to continue to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Cody Bellinger is coming up to bat. He started this inning off with a walk. He is 1 for 2 with a triple in his leadoff at bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is up on Belly. And the pitch is on the way. Wynn catches the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. And Wynn sets and fires, and that splitter is way up high. Count is now 2-1 on Belly. And Wynn sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is driven a line drive into left field. And it looks like Goldie is rounding third, and he is going to score. And that is an RBI single for Bellinger. And the Yankees are pouring it on. They now have a 7-2 lead in the 6th inning. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. And Rosario sees the first pitch, and that is bounce to Seager. Seager flips to Duran, and that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the Yankees drop a 6th spot on the board. The Yankees are up by 5, 7-2. Coming up in the top of the 7th is going to be Osuna, Nimmo, and Duran. 9-1-2. And for those of you just hopping into our stream, we are headed to the 7th. The score is 7-2. Osuna, Nimmo, and Duran are coming up to bat. We have an active poll. We have 26 votes in it. If you haven't, please let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Additionally, if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 32 likes, so we've exceeded our goal of 30. That is most appreciated. And if you didn't know, this stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. If you have not, please consider subscribing to Hardcore Sports and Yankees The Ugly Truth. There are QR codes in your upper left and right hand corners to help you out. We at Yankees The Ugly Truth are at 702 subscribers. Our next milestone is at 705. We're just 3 subs away. Anything that you can do to help us meet our goal would be most appreciated. We here on Yankees The Ugly Truth call almost every play-by-play, and we put out a boatload of shorts. I did one on the unsung hero from yesterday's loss. If you haven't, head over to my stream after this game is over and check it out. The scoreboard for today is Yankees lead the Rangers 7-2. In the top of the 6th, the Nationals lead the Twins 5-4. In the bottom of the 2nd, Guardian leads 3-0. In the bottom of the 2nd, the Reds and the Cubs are locked up at zeros, and that is our active scoreboard for the day. And Hedrick remains in the game. Haggerty is pinch hitting. The first pitch is on the way. Actually, I missed the first pitch. The second pitch is grounded to Schumann. Schumann sets and fires to Goldie, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. I'll answer your question here in a second, Kaz. Next pitch is on the way, and it is a slider down low to Nimmo. Count is 1-0. Nimmo is 1 for 3 on the day. Next pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is just a bit high. Count is 2-0. And the next pitch is on the way, and the fastball paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is deuce. Looks like Jake Bird is warming up in the bullpen. No, I haven't answered. I'll answer in the half of the inning. And the pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to McMahon. McMahon sets and fires, and that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ezekiel Duran, former Yankee, went over to the Rangers as part of the Joey Gallo trade. So, needless to say, the Rangers won that trade hands down. Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and the pitch is in there for a call. Strike 1. Yeah, he sucked. Nobody cared for him. He's been away from the Yankees for years and still complains about his time in New York. And the next pitch is on the way. The splitter is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and the slider is down low. Count is now 2-1. Hedrick sets and fires, and the four-seamer is fouled away and out of play. So the count is going to even at 2-2. And how do you do? Hedrick sets, fires, and that fastball is down low. Count is now full. And Hedrick sets, pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. And Hedrick sets, fires, and that pitch is off the plate for ball 4. So the Rangers are going to have a leadoff walk. That is the second time Duran has walked in this game. Coming up to bat is Corey Seager, 0 for 1 on the day with a couple of walks. Seager is a first pitch swing and hitter. Next pitch is on the way, and he swings over the top of a sinker. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and the second pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 3. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Corey. And that is going to do it for the Rangers in the top of the 7th. However, we're going to stay here with the broadcast because they are doing the 7th inning stretch and would love to see who the military member of the game is. And it is going to be somebody from the Army. Actually, it is a Marine. And the military member of the day is Sergeant John Paulus of Lebanon, New Jersey. He served during the Vietnam era and received a Purple Heart for his action. Thank you, sir, for your service, sir. Most appreciated. And Sergeant Paulus was part of the Marine Corps. I messed that one up. All right. And Kaz asked me a question about my love of the Yankees. I do not have actual roots to New York, although I have lived there in the city several times. My love of Yankee baseball comes from my family. My dad's half of the family is from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. And back in the day, the only thing that they could get was shortwave radio. So my grandfather listened to the great Yankee teams of the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s until his death. He gave his love of the Yankees to my father, and my father was a do or die Yankees fan to the end. My children, my four sons, are all Yankee fans. My sister, she's here. She is a Yankee fan. My grandchildren are Yankee fans. So we have 5 generations of Yankee fans in my family. I do have a turncoat sister, though. She's lived in Michigan for a number of years, and she has stopped following baseball, much to my chagrin. However, she is a member here and will pop in from a time or two. And she watches my shorts. I guess that's supporting the Yankees in a off the wall fashion. And my grandson, Wyatt, and Alexander is coming into the game. And the first pitch to Jazz is a cutter call, strike one. And Jazz takes the pitch down low. Count is 1-1. Jazz is 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, flyout, and a pop out. And the pitch is on the way, and Jazz lines this through the infield. It's going to make it into right field. McCutcheon is going to field the ball and get it in quickly. So Jazz has his first hit of the day. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, 1 for 1 with a double, 2 base on balls, and a run scored. And Alexander sets, pitch is on the way, and that is a 4-seamer in there for call, strike one. He painted the bottom of the strike zone. Alexander sets, fires, and the sweeper catches the top of the strike zone. Count is 0-2 on Ryan. Alexander sets and fires, and McMahon swings on the sweeper, and Jazz takes off and is thrown out at second. So that is a strike him out, throw him out double play. Well. Coming up to bat is Brent Grisham, 2 for 3 on the day with a single, double, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. Alexander sets and fires, and the first pitch is a sweeper off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Alexander sets and fires, and the cutter is swung on and missed. Count is even 1-1 for Grish Bob. Alexander sets and fires, and the sweeper is down low in the dirt. Count is 2-1 on Trent. Alexander sets, pitches all the way. That is call ball one or ball three. Looked like it painted the strike zone. I'm surprised they're not challenging. Alexander sets and fires, and this ball is driven a ground ball through the right side. It's past a diving Durand, and that is another base hit for Trent Grisham. That is his third base hit of the day. Coming up to bat is Maxie Schumann, 0 for 3 on the day. Time for you to get into the hit parade, Max. And the first pitch is on the way. It is swung on and missed. And Grisham steals second base, his second stolen base of the year. And the pitch is on the way, and it is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. All right, Maxie, time to get into the hit parade, baby. Foul out, ground out, and a strikeout on the day. And the pitch is on the way, and Schumann grounds this down the third base line, and that is going to go all the way down the left field line. Grisham is going to score, and that is a double for Schumann. RBI double. So now the Yankees take a 8-2 lead. Fan-freaking-tastic. Coming up to bat is J.C. Escara, 1 for 3 on the day with a RBI and a run scored. And that's Schumann's first Yankee hit and first RBI. So congratulations, Max. Alexander sets and fires, and the cutter is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Alexander sets and fires, and the cutter is down low. Count is 2-0. And Alexander sets and fires, and that pitch is down low. Count is now 3-0. Alexander sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is inside. So Scar is going to take his base. And coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. 1 for 3 on the day with a triple and a walk. Well, I guess we're going to see, Kaz. And it looks like Schumacher is coming out to make the change. So Gray is going to be in there. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And we'll give you a double tap. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And you are out of here, Alexander. Peyton Gray coming in to take over the pitching duties. Hopefully, we give him a warm welcome too. So we have Max Schumann at second, JC Escara at first. Yankees have a 8-2 lead in the bottom of the seventh. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Paul Goldschmidt is coming up to bat. For those of you that have just hopped into the stream, if you haven't, please take this opportunity to drop your vote in our active poll. There are 27 votes at this point. We are at 33 likes. However, we like more likes. If you can, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We do a lot of play-by-plays almost every day. Generally, Wednesdays are the exception to the rule because I bowl in leagues. I drop a boatload of shorts. Dropped one today about the unsung hero in last night's loss. After the game is over, head over and check it out. Let me know what you think. And Gray sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-0 to Goldie. And Gray sets and fires, and Goldie fouls this one off. Count is 1-1. And Gray sets. Pitch is on the way, and Goldie tries to check his swing, but it fouls the ball off. Count is 1-2. And Gray sets. Checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low and in the dirt. Count is evened at deuce. What color is that freaking goose? And the pitch is on the way, and the changeup breaks inside. Count is 3-2. And Gray sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate for ball 4. So the bases are going to be juiced full of Yankees. Coming up to bat is the captain, Aaron Judge. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Judge is 1 for 4 on the day. Pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer taken for call, strike one, painted the inside portion of the plate. Next pitch is on the way, and Judge swings and misses at the changeup. Count is 0-2 on the captain. Gray sets and fires, and that pitch is a changeup down low. Count is 1-2 on the captain. And Gray sets, fires, and the captain swings and misses at the changeup. That is going to be strike three. The Yankees add a run and leave the bases loaded. Yankees lead the Rangers 8-2, so they have a 6-run lead. Coming up to bat in the top of the 8th is going to be Josh Young, Andrew McCutchen, and Jake Berger. Well. How are we feeling about the game there, guys and girls in the internet realm? And I suspect that we are going to see Jake Bird coming in the 8th. So how are we feeling about the game? Chat's awfully quiet. And Jake Bird is coming in to replace Brett Hedrick. Cobby is coming in to play shortstop. Schumann is going to shift to right field and take Rosario's spot. Bird sets and fires, and the sweeper is inside. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is bounced to McMahon. McMahon sets and fires, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Andrew McCutchen, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. McCutchen is a longtime Pittsburgh Pirate. He was a short-time Yankee and a Philly. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is up high and inside. Count is 1-0. Ed Bird sets, fires, and the sweeper breaks off the plate. Count is 2-0 on McCutchen. Bird sets and fires, and that sweeper just misses outside. Count is now 3-0 on McCutchen. Bird sets and fires, and the fastball is inside. So that's ball four, a 4-pitch walk to McCutchen. As he trots to first base, Jake Berger is coming up to bat. 0 for 3 on the day. Fielder's choice, line out, and a pop out. Bird sets and fires, and that pitch is a sweeper right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 0-1 on Berger. Bird sets and fires, and that fastball runs inside. Count is even at 1-1. Well, that might not be a bad game to check out, Cavs. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a elevator shaft home run. And oh my God, Jazz and Cabby are going to let that ball drop, and they get the force. So there are 2 outs, and Evan Carter is coming up to bat, 1 for 3. And the first pitch is a sweeper, swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Bird sets and fires, and that sweeper stays off the plate. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is swung on a miss. Count is 1-2 on Carter. Bird sets and fire. The pitch is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. And Bird sets, and he steps off the mound. Bird sets and fires, and the sinker is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2. Bird sets and fires, and this is a towering elevator shaft home run. McMahon is tracking it and is going to make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Rangers are going to strand a runner as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Coming up to bat is Bellinger, Caballero, and Chisholm. In our active scoreboard for today, the Yankees have a 8-2 lead on the Rangers in the bottom of the 8th. In the top of the 7th, the Nationals and the Twins are locked up at 5 apiece. The Guardians have a 4-0 lead on the Royals in the top of the 4th. The Cubs have a 1-0 lead on the Reds in the bottom of the 4th. Just getting underway. The Mets and the Rockies are locked up at zeros. That game is in the bottom of the first inning. And that is your active scoreboard for today. Well, well, well. How is the audio for the stream? I did a couple of updates, had to do some adjustments. I'm thinking that the audio is okay, but let me know out there. All right, roger that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the feedback. Bellinger is stepping up the plate. He is 2 for 3 on the day with a triple and a single. All right. And the first pitch is on the way. Changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Gray sets and fires, and Belly swings and misses at the changeup off the plate. Count is 1-1. Gray sets and fires, and that ball is called strike 2. Count is 1-2. And it looks like Camilo Duvall is warming up for the Yankees. Pitch is on the way, and this is a line drive into center field. So the Yankees have a runner at first with Jose Caballero coming up to bat. And Gray sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a slider up high. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is down low. Count is 2-0. Cabby is hitting .256 on the season, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs, and a 711 OPS. And the pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is going to paint the bottom of the strike zone. Recall, strike 1, count is 2-1. Gray sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is now 3-1 on Cabby. Pitch is on the way, and Cabby swings at the four-seamer and misses. Count is now full, 3-2. I do not have a flip phone. And Gray sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled right off into the mask of Jansen. Pitch is on the way, and this is a towering pop-up foul. Berger is tracking it and is going to make the play in on the dirt in foul territory. That is the first out. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm the day, 1 for 4. Strikeout and was caught stealing in the last inning. And the first pitch to Chisholm is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and he paints the top of the strike zone with a slider for call. Strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. And Gray sets, fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 2-1 on Jazz. Ed Gray sets, he fires, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is even at 2-2. And how do you do? And Gray sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is going to remain evened at 2-2. Next pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to Seager. Seager is going to flip it to first to get Jazz. Bellinger is going to move to second. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. 1 for 2 on the day with a double and 2 base on balls. And Gray sets. Pitch is on the way. And the slider is going to catch the outside part of the plate for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Mac. Next pitch is out of the way, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Gray sets, fires, and the pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. Gray sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And how do you do? Gray sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is now 3-2 on McMahon. For those of you just hopping the stream, Yankees have a runner at second with 2 outs and a full count on McMahon. And Gray sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is up the middle off of Gray, and that is going to trick him into center field. Bellinger is rounding third and heading home. And the Yankees are now up 9-2. That one grazed Gray's arm. So they're going to come out and check him out. So the Yankees have. He actually drew blood. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 3 for 4 on the day. And they are taking the pitcher out of the game. So the reliever is going to have as many pitches to prepare for Grishbaum. For those of you that are in the stream, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Truth or Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. We are at 702 subscribers on the day. Our next milestone is 705, so we are 3 away from our next milestone. Anything that you can do to help us meet our goal would be most appreciated. And it looks like Gavin Collier is coming in to take the bump. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, followed by Max Schumann and JC Escara. And if we round the bend, then Paul Goldschmidt will be there. So how are we feeling about the game today, guys and gals out there in internet land? The question is this going to be a 4-hit day for Trent? How are we feeling? After this game, the Yankees will be getting on an airplane and heading to Milwaukee. We will be on tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Milwaukee. So I will be calling the play-by-play for all 3 games. tomorrow's start time for the game is 7:40. I will be on at 7:35. So hop on in and listen to a little bit of baseball. The matchup for tomorrow's game is going to be Max Fried on the bump for the Yankees versus Jacob Mizorowski. He is the young fireballer for Milwaukee. Throws with a lot of velocity, so get ready. And call your sets. First pitch is on the way, and the sweeper breaks in on the plate. Count is 1-0 on Trent. Next pitch is on the way, and the sweeper catches the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1 on Grishbaum. And call your sets and fires in that 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 1-2 on Trent. And the pitch is on the way, and this is skied to center field. Carter is tracking it. It is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Yankees, but not before the Yankees score another run to take a 9-2 lead on the Rangers. Coming up in the top of the ninth is going to be Jansen, Haggerty, and Nimmo, 8, 9, and 1. Looks like Camilo Duvall is coming in to pitch the ninth for the Yankees. In our active poll, we have 27 votes. So if you haven't, this is the last chance you're going to have to get your voice heard and your vote counted. So let's do it. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Hardcore Sports simulcast our Yankees The Ugly Truth stream to give them a little bit of love. You have QR codes in your upper left and right hand corner. Left is Hardcore Sports, right is Yankees The Ugly Truth. What do we bring to the table? Well, we call play-by-plays almost every day. Last year I called 142 games. This year I plan on beating that mark. And I drop a lot of shorts. So if you want a different perspective of things, I'll give them to you. Danny Jansen is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the day with a couple of base on balls, or with a base on balls. That is a home run from our chat members. We have our 703rd subscriber. I'm not sure who you are, but thank you very much. Your support is most appreciated. And the first pitch from Duvall was a cutter for call, strike one. Count, it was at 99 miles an hour. And Duvall sets and fires. And the next pitch is a slider, 88 miles an hour inside for ball one. And Duvall sets and fires, and the slider is in there for call, strike two. Count is 1-2 on Jansen. And Duvall sets, and he fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. That was a 101 mile an hour cutter. And Duvall sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up out of the strike zone. Count is evened at deuces. Duvall sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is even at 2-2 still. Duvall sets and fires, and that pitch is hammered to right field. And Schumann is tracking it, and that is going to make the stands. So we're going to reset and do it again. Count is even at 2-2. And how do you do? Duvall sets and fires, and this is bounce to Caballero. He sets and fires, and that is not going to be handled by Goldschmidt. It was in the dirt, so that is going to be a base hit for Jansen. Well, they have Dominguez in concussion protocol. They've done MRI imaging on his left shoulder. He smacked the hell out of that wall when he crashed into it. So if he does an IL stint, I think that Jones will be called up. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1 on Haggerty. And Duvall sets, fires, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Haggerty is 0-1 on the day with a ground out in his first plate appearance. Pitch is on the way, and that is bounce to Jazz. Jazz is going to fire to first, and that is the first out of the inning. Jansen is going to move to second, so they have a runner at second with one out. Coming up to bat is Brandon Nimmo, 1 for 4 on the day with a single. And Duvall sets, fires, and the cutter is off the plate. That came in at 99 miles an hour. Count is 1-0. Duvall sets and fires, and the cutter is way off the plate. That came in at 100 miles an hour. Count is 2-0 on Nimmo. Of all sets, it fires, and this ball is grounded past a diving big bad, and the Rangers are going to have runners at first and third with one out. Coming up to bat is former Yankee prospect Ezekiel Duran. 1 for 2 on the day, 2 walks, a solo home run, and 2 RBIs. Yankee Duran is pissed at being traded by the Yankees for Joey Gallo, so he makes us pay every time we see him. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. And Duvall sets, pitch is on the way, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. That was way off the plate. Duvall sets and fires, and that pitch is in the dirt. Hits the backstop and comes all the way back to Wells. The runners are not able to advance. And Duvall sets. Pitch is on the way, and that slider has Duran doing the way back. It was inside. Count is evened at 2-2. And how do you do? And the pitch is on the way, and Duran swings and misses at the slider. There are 2 outs. Corey Seager's coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of walks and a strikeout. And Duvall sets and fires, and that cutter is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Duvall sets and fires, and the pitch is chop foul down the first base line. Count is evened at 1-1. And Duvall sets and fires, and the sinker is off the plate. Count is 2-1. That was a 100-mile-an-hour sinker. And the pitch is on the way, and this is driven to center field. Grisham is tracking it. Is going to make a fine running play to do it for the Rangers. So the Yankees are going to win the game and the series. And for today, our open poll was, will the Yankees bounce back and take the rubber match of this series for the series victory? 96% of you had faith in the Yankees. 4% said no. We had 28 votes. So congratulations for the 96% that chose yes. The numbers for today's game were Yankees had 9 runs on 14 hits, no errors. Rangers had 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The winner for today's game is going to be Brett Hedrick, whose record is going to go to 3-0 with a 1.37 ERA. And the loser is going to be Mackenzie Gore, 2-3 on the season with a 5.18 record. And one last run on the active scoreboard. As you know, the Yankees have defeated the Rangers 9-2. And the Nationals have a 7-5 lead on the Twins in the top of the 8th. The Guardians have a 5-1 lead on the Royals in the top of the 6th. Cubs are leading the Reds 8-0 in the top of the 5th. The Mets are leading the Rockies 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. And in the bottom of the 1st, the Pirates lead the Diamondbacks 1-0. And that is your active scoreboard for today. Programming note, I will be on tomorrow at 7:35 to call the Yankees versus the Brewers. So hop in, give a shout out, listen to a little bit of baseball. I want to say thank you for everyone who popped into the stream today on your busy Friday afternoon and working day. Your support is most appreciated. Before I close the stream down, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. We are at 703 subscribers. Our milestone is 705. So anything that you can do to help us out would be most appreciated. And if you get the opportunity, hop into the YouTube channel and check out the short that I dropped today. Actually, I've dropped a bunch of shorts, but you may like it. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. And I'm going to end in my traditional fashion with Let's Go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great rest of your day.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't ever slow up.